stuff for a little while. Um, I'm supposed to finish the pork slash do the second half
Okay.
of the mac and
This crime
cheese part
photo.
in about an
She's not
hour, hour and
wearing
a half
that
from
red
now.
muffler.
It should be enough time to get a
So we're
little
gonna
bit more
present
Pokemon
it.
progress in.
Objection. Oh. I don't know why it keeps like going so fast. Objection whatever I said. And then he objects and says the witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or
Okay,
muffler of any kind when he
so
stabbed the victim.
this is our entire team right now.
And you proved it
And
yourself with this
Fox.
photograph. Huh? But that can't be. Only a professional lunch lady can be so utterly clueless. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? But it was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really? I mean, there is blood splatter on the jacket, but...
That didn't open it up very much.
Well, no, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
Okay, I unlocked Ice Fangs, so this is definitely worth doing still.
This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. How many testimonies is this bitch gonna give? Apprehending the suspect. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel's star, resistance is futile. You're quite determined about the scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel's star. That's me! That
Cooper
wasn't
Rex.
a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bit. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? I mean, there definitely was one kicked over. But... Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. She said rawr.
I unlocked False Swipe. That's
Very well,
not
Mr.
helpful
Wright.
at all
Your
right now.
cross-examination, if you will.
It's kind of open for like Night Slash or something, but whatever.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to the side. Hold it. Where's this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there. Okay, no, I remember that, but how would she have gotten through this fence? Is now where we're at. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? I quickly called her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Well, I know that I'm going to present there. I'll have to figure it out. You say quickly, were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details? Press her! Because there was a fence! I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The Lunchland car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you? Grid, of course. Amazing, the crop-up queen. Lunch lady athlete indeed.
Okay, that was pretty big.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister
Is
that
bulldoze
fast.
worth it over wide guard?
Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. Yeah, no, that's like a very tall fence. There's no way she scaled that super easily. So how did Miss Sky not get away? Yeah, your
Not for this upcoming fight, at least.
It should probably just be called Swiss cheese. And also, why would she mention the muffler? I have so many questions about this testimony. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word? So what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately. My memory. It's like a salmon heading up the street. No, the court does not see Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order, and so she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony. At what point are we like, huh, things aren't adding up from your testimony? So at this point, it kind of sounds like this bitch did it, and she's trying to, like, blame the other girl. Anyway, the things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Lana's cell phone updated in the court record. The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. This is ridiculous. I saw it all. How she tried the phone on the wall but had to use her cell instead. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha, I was going to ask.
Okay. This is a pretty sketch battle. Honestly, this might be the end of the run with this battle alone. But I don't really have anything else I can do at this point.
The prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition.
Like, I don't have a box, really. I have Minky in the box. But I think Combustion,
and during that time, you
with Bulk Up and Protect at least, can potentially get a little bit more of a sweep off.
Did they have
maybe.
her boobs that good?
Good gracious, boob bodacious.
Hey. Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright?
If I can get through this battle, we actually have potentially a lot of snags coming up. But this battle in particular is going to be pretty hard.
More specific. She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a pate of foie gras. Huh? She even kicked over an oil drum at me. An oil drum? There was an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime.
Alright.
Yes. But it's strange. What's that? If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way? The other... the parking lot entrance. That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Yeah, that's not correct. Excellent. More mysteries. I wish we could solve a few before finding more.
Alright, Commander Exol is the hardest battle we've had to do so far, and I have, like, no move variety to really speak of here. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna try our best, which is super nerve-wracking because we don't really have a ton that we can actually do. I'm gonna set up a Reflect with Vaporeon as I Shadow Slap this hair across. Shadow Slap is basically Shadow type Fake Out, So, Jesus, that did a lot of damage. That was a big crit too. Of course, it enters rage mode right away. But I at least get the reflect up, and Vaporeon should potentially outspeed. I guess I don't actually know if it outspeeds. I might need to leave Sneasel in rage mode for a turn and just attack the Heracross. Also, my focus sash is popped. Let's protect Vaporeon, and I'm gonna Ice Fang the Heracross, and I believe Ice Fang. You know what? No. Well, Shadow Rush 100% accurate actually.
Or maybe the coat is covering the second one, but it really looks like there's a little color up here.
It's not. But neither is Ice Fang, so Shadow Rush is better, and False Swipe won't kill.
There's something going on there.
Well, I guess Ice Fang at least doesn't do recoil. Okay. That Heracross going down is pretty big. That Heracross was scary.
Or do we use the floor plans to attack here?
I might just switch out Sneasel instead of calling it here.
She wouldn't have gone back that way.
I'm behind a Reflect, but this Gramble has Thunder Punch. So I think what I do...
Evidence clearly reveals the contradiction about statement your honor. Why does this always happen to me? Where's the part that mentioned the oil drop?
Do you need my help?
Yeah, I'm really confused now.
It says the cell phone gets updated in the court record and testimony is added about the emergency phone. Have you done that yet?
Yeah.
Press the statement about the emergency phone. You'll be prompted about the plans where Angel explains herself.
Already did that.
And then you'll have to present the floor plans to that statement.
I literally just presented the floor plans.
Okay, so do that, and then...
I didn't receive the testimony.
Okay, well, present the floor plans and then let me know when you get to there.
No, here is receiving the testimony, which she already did. I'm so confused. Maybe down with the raid?
Maybe you just did it on a weird part. That kind of happens in this game.
Yeah. Maybe down, how was your stream? Oh, thanks, Theo. What are you up to?
Okay,
What are you doing? Welcome to Friends of Fun.
So Sneasel's in a little bit awkward of a position here, but I think what I need to do is start attacking what's in front of me. How's it going, Abe? You got the clip of the frozen flutter, thank you.
You know what? I saw that on Twitter.
I forgot that happened.
I considered
thank you.
But I don't get through practice fast enough.
Okay. It's still in the message box. Thank you. I appreciate it. Alright, let's go Momo on Vaporeon. And then I think Sneasel needs to stay in. And I'm gonna Shadow Rush the Croconaw to try to get it off the field. Granbull's kind of scary right now and I'm gonna have to switch out, but I also need to stay on the offensive in this fight. Shadow Rush is gonna be super effective at least. Oh, it wasn't super effective. What? I don't understand Shadow moves apparently, because I thought it was supposed to be super effective if it's a Shadow type move. Okay, I at least got that read right. I need to switch Sneasel out now. So I'm going to protect Larvitar as I switch in something a bit more offensive here. Once this Croconaw goes down, I'll feel a little bit better about trying to get Combuskin in.
I don't
So,
understand.
sorry, you didn't let me know when you were at the point of the revised testimony part.
Is this the revised testimony now, I thought? I'm really confused about this.
Let me just copy this part and chat for you so you can get to there. Have you done that yet?
So what statement?
To...
I pressed this and then she said more things, but I didn't have the option to present anything. And then I already tried to present the parking lot on this, and they said it was not related.
Okay, so go back to the beginning because I need to count what statement you're on here.
Okay? No, everything is not okay. These, happening one day.
Okay, go to the third statement. You pressed this one and then got the cell phone updated in the court record. Okay. Go forward one more. Press this statement.
I just have pressed everything.
Okay, well I just need to watch this then, I guess. Sorry, this battle's gonna be on pause for a second. I need to help one really quick. 1 second, everyone. Okay, hold on. Just be patient. I need to not speed through this.
My problem is that you can't present anything during this.
Okay, we'll just keep going then. Okay. Okay, so go back. Yes. Present the floor plans on that one. You might have just done it on the wrong thing.
I did do it on the next one. I don't see why that matters.
Sometimes this game is very picky about that, and it has to be on a very... Okay, he slammed his hands on the desk. There you go.
Okay. Thank you. That was weird, though.
Okay, let me back out. I don't remember where I was at this turn. That's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna protect to bait the Grand Bull Croconaw, and then I'm gonna switch out Sneasel because it's almost dead into something that can take on this Grand Bull. I think actually pivoting Pikachu and getting a fake out off here would be pretty big.
Fatal contradiction. I don't know what you're talking about. Ask me and I'll make you comment all up. Let's look at the floor. You said you witnessed the crime from this point.
God damn, that's a huge crit. Pikachu can't really take very many hits, so that's a pretty big deal. Let's...
What?
Okay, so the thing that sucks here is I get fake out pressure off on one side, and then probably die to the other because of that crit, actually. That was a very large crit. I'm basically able to potentially take out one side here. I think what I have to do, actually, is I have to Rock Tomb. I basically have to ignore Grand Bowl for another turn, which probably means Pikachu drops. But I have to Rock Tomb Gramble into... Well, okay. I could just Volt Switch out, actually. And maybe what I do here... Oh, wait, but the Fake Out Pressure is needed, because otherwise it just Aqua Jets me, right? Okay, never mind. If Pikachu lives this turn, I Volt Switch out, but I absolutely have to Fake Out here. Because I have to prevent the Aqua Jet, because otherwise that kills... or not Feraligatr. It kills my Larvitar.
Tell us exactly what line this pulled apart. Here's where the counter
okay.
I can't afford to get this wrong.
Croconaw going down is pretty big because now I can potentially get in my Combuskin and get a little bit of something going here. Pikachu did live. And got a static off, which is actually kind of bad because this thing has Facade and can do a lot of damage. I actually didn't want a paralysis there, which is the reason why I didn't nuzzle or anything. I think what I do now...
This guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order.
I mean... I can at least double protect here and prevent the Kangaskhan Fake Out. Camera's like flipping out right now. I think this double protect here makes sense because it prevents something from switching into a Fake Out here.
Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one.
Ooh, I just went for Ice Punch instead.
Before you go on my pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask you a question.
Okay. In that case,
all the testimony we've heard until now points in one.
I think I need to make a hard read and switch Combuskin in on the Larvitar. And then Volt Switch. Is Kangaskhan or Gramble scarier?
And that's just proving to be false.
Kangaskhan has all elemental punches. Granbull has Bite, Fire Fang, Thunder Punch, and Facade. Do you need my help again?
Because she had to be able to get the picture. Yeah, I might need help.
Present the security room. Did you present the security room or just today? Ed. Sorry, I didn't see the... I mean, that might actually be okay, but I think that's wrong.
I'm just gonna be a emergency phone, but if she was there, she would have been able to arrest her well before she dialed her cell phone.
Okay, so you gotta move.
I messed up. She was clearly with her boyfriend.
You gotta move it over to the security room.
I get that now.
Oh.
I didn't realize. I pressed the wrong thing. Oh my god, I need some help.
Okay, Momo needs to swap into Combuskin, and Bun needs to Volt Switch out
Take that. This is the only place where she could have been.
Let's go Gramble, because Gramble at least has Wisp enough.
The security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot.
This is a light ball boosted volt switch at least, so it should actually do a lot of
Why
damage.
there? There are
Okay.
many other places where she can see the phone. Because her boyfriend. Not in this case, you're on.
Interesting that I can get Momo back in already.
Put it parked in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime in the back of the partition is here. How did she get the picture though? Remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes?
I think I get Vaporeon in because it's overall the most bulky.
How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned.
Okay, Ice Punch is resisted on both.
God, better star.
I get fucking frozen. Okay.
What have you done?
Cool. Thanks, game.
Not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice is done. The guilty. Is she talking about Mrs. Guy?
I'm gonna try to get the Protect off here.
Why did this
There's
start
nothing I can really do if Combuskin is frozen. As a key member to sweep the rest of this team that immediately got frozen on a 10% chance of an Ice Punch.
Exactly. It's photographed. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim.
I think I Protect and then get a Roof left up.
It still stands. I disagree with that.
Okay.
If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason.
I can potentially stall just a little bit here.
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know.
80 dead, 27 months, goddamn.
This star
Thank you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. This battle is incredibly sketch. I might be able to pivot this right side until Combuskin thaws. It's kind of my only shot right now.
Angle of view to the crime. Distance to the crime. Difference in lighting.
Okay.
I've been really like stuck on that picture. How would she have gotten that picture from that angle? So I'm gonna say this. Why the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change. The angle? What do you mean? Well, the security
Hope you're doing well,
location
Dad.
was on
Good
the
to see you.
second floor, and she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime.
King needs to get a bulk up off. And then
Oh,
Momo
no.
needs to pivot Vaporeon. Do you need my help?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's start this. I just am like too dumb to play this game.
Okay,
here.
you're not too dumb. This case is hard. Witness the crime for the security station. Good. Got a nice punch. Got a
Okay,
bite.
so it's clearly not the angle of view to the crime.
It's distance to the crime.
Well, I thought it was angle of view because she has a picture from the angle she said she was at.
It says distance to the
I mean,
crime.
I understand because I already chose the wrong one. But
Sorry.
it makes no sense that it would be this. It is the distance between her and the scene of the crime. Objection. My condolences, Mr. Wright.
Just
but
fucking unfreeze Combuskin.
the distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. Objection. What she saw is not a question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard. How long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested this guy? Well, witness, you... yes?
Literally my only hope is to unthaw and be able to start setting up here.
I was bringing a PB&J lunch with Crush Boysenberry to dance to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited.
Can I thaw with Fire Punch? Have I just been stalling for all these turns for no reason? Because if so, that's a bit of a choke on my part. I'm gonna try to thaw with Fire Punch. I don't know if this will actually work.
I couldn't open it.
I think this side is just gonna have to pivot into Tentacle now.
So now visitors parking in Nuzlocke. That's quite a detour. Yeah, that's really weird.
Okay, Fire Punch does dethaw me, or I just got lucky and got dethawed. That was a bit of a choke on my part for wasting all those turns.
This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic sport.
So now I'm gonna bulk up on this side for Combuskin and protect llamas.
Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do you have any evidence to stop this?
Raise an objection.
Between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente.
I'm gonna get one more bulk up off and then try to start sweeping here.
A 5-minute blank is not strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor?
I feel a little dumb that I wasted so many turns on the Ice Punch freeze when I had Fire Punch, which I think sawed me immediately, but that's okay.
But you have the instance of the killer, you would run. But this time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Yeah.
I think I can get one more bulk up off. And then I'm plus 3.
That's just what you would say if he did kill someone.
Okay.
Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant, and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it, we screwed back.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That was close.
Alright, well that's the goddamn run. I mean, I potentially got greedy there, I guess, by setting up again, but I'm pretty sure I needed to be plus 3 to be able to OHKO everything else that was in the back. I guess I didn't play around the crit facade potentially killing, but literally every other turn it was just going for the double up into...
That's the bush you tried to voice out on me.
God damn it.
I prefer to not take the defense team's left.
I feel like the AI cheated there. I feel like the AI knew it was gonna crit because it knew it was gonna crit, it knew it was gonna kill, so it decided to target me on that one.
What's that? One of her true lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Star. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple decker! Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
I'm a little pissed about that. That was like a big turn for that to crit, and I was already very much on the back foot. I think I kind of choked a little bit by not just going for the fire punch right away to thaw myself.
And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up?
But...
2 types of blood were found in the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Mama Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
I'll do what I can, but this battle is a little sketch for us now. And of course he's sending in Mawile last, and Mawile is the shadow Pokemon that we can actually catch. Hitmonchan, Bullet Punch, Mach Punch, Fake Out, Poison Jab. So we go for the double protect to avoid the Fake Out. Try to do what we can. Combuskin got super fucked this fight, but that's okay.
What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Stop right, Mr. Wright.
I think I'm just gonna have to bubble beam,
Don't forget, I used to be a detective.
and like I have to pivot, otherwise I lose Tentacruel immediately.
As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today.
Okay, I at least got that 50-50 right.
It's not right.
God, this AI is super fucking me on randomness. It's gotten a freeze, it's gotten a poison, it's gotten the 1 crit it needed to be able to kill before it just straight up fucking swept it. I have to protect here with Vaporeon. And get a Bulldoze off to slow down stuff. Momo might just die here, but I need to bait the Thunder Punch into this side. Oh, Bullet Punch might just kill anyway. Okay. Well, if it double targeted Larvitar, okay. I at least got that read right.
Okay. You can at least study some evidence while I'm here. It appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of the law. However, since you have yet another time,
I need to make just kind of a super hard read that they're gonna try to double target Larvitar for some reason, and then try to just get in Pikachu on this side for free. I'm pretty sure this is the end of this run. I needed pretty good luck in this battle to be able to get through okay.
Those 5 minutes when I was looking at the crime scene. Hold it. What is my bitrate doing?
I don't know.
I can't keep playing if it's gonna like drop the stream.
Okay, so I Shadow Slap the Hitmonchan to avoid dying to a Bullet Punch. Probably die to the next hit after.
Where did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stop the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blink means nothing. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile law known as prosecutors. Falsifying evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This when the suspect is admitting she did it? Right? I'm so confused. The false testimony is the most despicable crime of all.
If Hitmonchan Bullet Punches, then I'm dead.
And now to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up?
But like, there's nothing I can really do about that, because if I just switch it out and switch it back in, it's dead anyway.
I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So like an ill-trained pooch who snuck off with a shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. The shoe is my secret weapon if that should happen. Fashionable bastard.
I might outspeed with the bulldoze, and Tentacle might be able to potentially get me the Mawile, and I might be able to at least get like through this cutscene to see what's next, but we're definitely not getting much further than this. We got Giga fucked in this battle. I waited too long to potentially try to Ice Punch, or to Fire Punch and Thaw, which meant that it took me a little too long to set up, which means that it took one turn too many for the AI to see the crit and then immediately go for it. So this Mawile has Shadow Fang, which is super effective against both Pokemon. Shadow Fear, which is a Shadow type Glare, Metal Claw, and Play Rough. Really, the only thing I have is to protect and kind of just yellow ball this and see if I can at least get through this fight with these two Pokemon left.
That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all
fucking some amount of mercy. We at least got through Commander Exol. That was a bloodbath to end a very long series of bloodbaths. You know what? We got through the fight, so we'll take it. The end of that fight would have been much easier with Combuskin set up. I didn't really have a super great answer for that team anyway. But we've lost an astronomical amount of power. And let's just consult the coin to see if we even get to keep that Pokemon that we just yellow balled. Where's our coin? Here it is. Heads, we keep it. Tails, we release it. Okay, we at least get them all while, so the run's not 100% dead, it's just like 99% dead.
This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe?
Hold on. Are you on the 5th statement of pressing? I think you are. Say there's a problem. I'll just help you from here.
Yeah, I'm too close to losing right now. I'm too tired to do it, so... if I'm not imagining things, I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a pepper fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. A has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence.
Flip the shoe around and present the blood on the heel of the shoe. So they cover over it and then press X.
Think that. I wonder if you noticed. There's blood
God
on the
damn,
bottom
that
of
battle
the shoe.
shredded us.
Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Jesus, that's very violent.
That was a threat, like literally in front of a judge, but okay. Indeed, there's quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe?
Oh.
That's a lot.
Do you need help again?
It's blood, it's my sister's, right? It appears so. Lana's right hand was vintage when I saw her in jail. That's true. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime. Poor sis. there's blood here too. On the sole of the shoe, it's gotta be the victim's. Must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood. All his blood. It's horrible. Blood might be an important clue. No blood on the ground in the picture. That's true. She just pulled a box of food from her pocket. She has lots of them. She sells box lunches. Yeah. I'm distracted until that was the first one I saw. No worries. Yeah, no blood on the ground in the picture. You're not wrong about that. How would that have happened?
So you do present the photo, but it's a different part of the photo.
Gotcha.
But you do present the photo,
Right
yes?
now?
Yes.
Okay. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint. Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. No blood at all, in fact. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. Objection. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Objection. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort, right? It's not just the picture, like, they were there. Order. Well, witness. What, huh? Here you go, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Hold it. I see. Now I get it. Yeah, what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for.
Alright, Vaporeon. Sorry.
We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
Sneasel.
What are
Sorry.
you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. Thank you, Kevin.
Pikachu. Sorry.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts...
Combusted. I'm like extra sorry because you got super fucked on that one.
Oh. Well, I missed what you said. I'm so sleepy today that like 3 things into the word coffee.
So I just add both of you because you are my entire box right now. The good news is I have a vastly increased level cap right now.
Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator. This one will never.
Now I'm all the way up to 37.
Cool-headed chief to do. No, I'm kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that. I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth, though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha! You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder.
How's it going, Doc? This run is on super life support right
Well,
now.
that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence.
What's our death total up to now?
That reminds me, this guy's right hand was hurt.